Oh, hello Pisces. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. So we start with the 10 of Wands. This is a tremendous amount of effort. I feel like you have been enduring a lot. I think you're somebody who is, well, I feel like it's kind of difficult for you to say no to people, you know? That people have been asking a lot of you and you've been giving it. You know, time, money, energy. I feel like you're very generous in that way. You know, if somebody needs help, you're always there to help them. Even when sometimes you need help as well. But I feel like you're the kind of person that would sort of drop what you're doing and you would go help somebody who needed you. Yeah. I feel like that maybe has been happening a lot more lately. I feel like you're sort of starting to get overwhelmed with just the sheer busyness of life. Yeah. You may be even feeling like shoulder pain, like or arms, right? I feel like there's an exhaustion that's kind of coming over you. Feeling as if we're just getting kind of sore and we need to rest for a few days. You know? I think that you've been putting in an awful lot of effort into something in your life, whether it's a financial thing, whether it's a spiritual or a creative thing, maybe it's a relationship or some study. I don't know, you know, it could do with any of these things or all of these things. I kind of feel that as much as you're giving help to everybody else, I feel like you don't very readily ask for help of your own. Yeah. You feel you don't need it. You feel that you're kind of better off doing things yourself, doing it on your own, you know. This card's sometimes saying, hey, either we need to rest because we're getting kind of sore and we're getting kind of depleted of our vital energy, or we've got to ask somebody to come help us. This is you really like trying to carry all the grocery bags from the car to the house, right? You know how your arms get loaded. You put 20 bags on each arm, and you're just sort of walking in the house like this with all of your grocery bags. Rather than making 2 trips, or rather than asking somebody else in your family, hey, grab a bag, you know? I feel like you try to do it all at once, all by yourself, and I don't know if it's just, if it feels efficient, or if it feels like we've accomplished something, yeah, we've proven something. Let's see. Let's put this card in some context. Let's see what's going on with some other energy now. We've got more fire. We've got that very consistent Prince of Wands. We've got an Emperor. We've got a 2 of Cups. All right, there we finally got some sort of water stuff. And this, I think the 2 of Cups is showing why you have all of this fire energy. Because it is something that you love, that you care about. It is kind of like this is your baby. This is your effort. This is your success. More fire right down the pipe here, and it's paying off. You know, you really are seeing the progress here. So just keep doing what you're doing, Pisces. I guess. I mean, don't stop. For one thing, maybe you need to rest. Maybe you need to get somebody to help you. But continue doing what you're doing because it's really going in the right way. Because you care about it. Because this is something that means something to you. If you didn't have that 2 of Cups, if this didn't mean anything, who cares? You would have quit. Nah, whatever. I'm tired. I'll go home. But this 2 of Cups behind everything is the fuel for this fire. And you're accomplishing a great deal Three of Cups now. So your investment here is being returned to you, right? Everything that, all this fire that you are, all this energy that you're investing, all this effort you're putting into it is going to come back to you with a great deal of appreciation, celebration. Three of Cups, very beautiful. Four of Cups is nice. The Star card is nice. And, we've got a Knight of Pentacles at the end. It's kind of like Spirit saying, where do you want to go now? Right? You're accomplishing this. And with this Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles kind of says, how do we get a 10? Let's keep going. Let's do it again. Right? I mean, this is really something. This feels like a jackpot. This feels like a very big, very significant progress, a very significant win for you that's going to give you the resources to sort of rethink your future. Who you thought you were, where you thought you were going. Now it's time to really look again, because maybe you never really thought it was going to be this big or this great or this much success. It's going to be a lot better than you thought. And that, to me, that feels really good. I think we've got a nice mixture of cards here. But let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. It's going to go right here. And we're going to give you a little octopus to go right on top of this mystery card. We don't have a name for the octopus yet. My daughter literally just gave it to me, actually along with this little turtle or tortoise that we got over here. I think it's a tortoise. So we do need a name for the octopus. If you have any ideas, leave those in the comments. If you think you know what that card's going to be, leave it in the comments. Let's practice our intuition. Let's get creative, right? Let's see what we come up with. Looking around the room, we've got two major arcana energies, and these I think are perfect. They're a beautiful major arcana energy because it's the Star and it's the Emperor. And the Star is knowing who you are and where you're going, right? Who am I? Why am I here? Answer those questions. You need the Emperor to put that plan into action, to take that information of who you are and why you're here and go boldly forward with that gnosis, with that spiritual knowledge. Yeah. And that's kind of the obstacle now, really. I mean, is when we achieve this sort of jackpot, this really big win, this significant, this is one of the only Earth cards we have, right? That and what's coming next, the vision of the future. When we get to this jackpot, it's kind of like, okay, I need to look a little deeper. I need to answer these questions further. And that's the thing about the Star card. We think we answer the questions, who am I and why am I here? Okay? What happens when you realize that person and you get there? You know, when you become that, when you achieve that, does that mean your destiny is over? But there's still an hour and a half of the movie left, you know? This is an ongoing process. So if we answer the question, okay, who am I? Where am I going? Like, why am I here? What am I supposed to do? We become that person. We go do that thing. We got to look again. Okay, now who am I? Now why am I here? And it's an evolution. It's a constant thing. And I love that too. I love that about it. And I love the 9 because the 9 is an odd number, right? It's a function. Yeah. So it's the process of creation. It is a success that is sort of growing into the circumstances of life. It's not a fixed state. It's not a final product. This is not the end goal that we get to. This is something that's going to kind of keep on going. This is us living our best life. Right? This is us in the process of becoming, in the process of succeeding. Right? And we're doing it. And we're not fixed in any kind of detail, fixed in any kind of accomplishment. The accomplishment is knowing who you are and being able to sort of keep following that path. Every finish line that we get to is really just the starting line of another race, another path, another push, another We're going from sort of milestone to milestone to milestone. Base camp to camp to camp to camp to camp. We're climbing up this mountain, Mount Everest, but it's an infinite mountain. Every time we get a success, an achievement, accomplishment, we get to the end of something, it's time to look deeper and start again. Start something new, something bigger, higher, something that is transcendent, something different maybe, or something exactly the same. It depends on that star card. But you need the Emperor in order to push you forward. Okay? So very good major arcana energies. We do have a lot of fire, fire, fire. We've got a lot of water, water, water. And of course we have our earth energies. We have the earth energies that's kind of saying like, this is your current milestone that you're reaching. This is the current goal. This is the big win. This is the jackpot. And then this is you looking at the next one. And that is amazing. Spirit's saying that you're very well respected by your friends. People feel that you're sort of an even-keeled person, that you're not prone to emotional outbursts, that you're not prone to extremes really of any kind, that you're a very, very steady and stable person. But I'm also kind of feeling that you've got to allow yourself to enjoy these big wins. You're not going directly from earth to earth. You're not just kind of connecting these cards, fire, and then directly to, like, you got to go through this water process, right? And it really is a flow. I love the flow of all of this, because all of this fire that's coming in, leading to this big jackpot win accomplishment that you then enjoy and celebrate. Treat yourself, right? Treat yourself 2024. And then it calms down, things kind of, the waves start to sort of settle, the pool gets calm again, right? And then we look within. Once the pool is calm, we can see the bottom, we can see within, the water's clear, and then we know where we're going to go next. And the process starts all over. We get the Two of Cups, we then see the goal and see it being a reflection of us. We see the next milestone in our path, and then we summon the fire, and we invoke the Emperor, and we accomplish that goal. And then we do it all again. So it's fate. It is your destiny. And this is so cool. I love this so, so much. The Prince of Wands, almost dropped the Prince. The Prince of Wands is you sort of not giving up. This is you saying, yeah, damn right I'm carrying all the groceries. Damn right, both of my arms are loaded up with groceries, and I'm carrying them into the house, you know. And you're not going to give up. It may be very grueling. It may be very difficult. It may feel like your arms are going to fall off, and you get those like indentations on your skin, that feel like they're never going to go away. And when I do it, I have my arms, and I'm also holding bags, and it's heavy. And then when you're done, it's like your hands are sort of crippled up, because all that weight, right? But it's worth it. You are accomplishing something. Now, you need to take care of your body. You need to be able to rest, relax, recuperate, and that's the water energy we see here. But Spirit's telling you, don't give up. Don't quit. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't let this silly tarot reader on YouTube tell you that you are trying to carry too much weight at once. Do what you got to do. Okay? There is still that suggestion that you need to consider your vital energy. You don't want to burn yourself out. You don't want to hurt yourself. You don't want to pull a muscle. You don't want to sprain an ankle, right? Because this is a really big deal. So if you need to get some sort of assistance, if we can bring in some sort of a tool or some sort of a helper or some sort of a device that makes your work easier, is that cheating? I don't think so. The Emperor down here, of course, is your agency. This is your ability to direct your fiery energy where it needs to go. And I think that in whatever you're doing, there have been some personality clashes, because we've got a martial energy here. Mars in Aries. This is the card of Aries, right? There might be an Aries person as an important factor here. But these two cards together are someone that has really got to step up and stand up and sort of slam their fist on the desk and put their foot down, to make something happen. So there's a lot of I think when this began or whatever this is that you're doing, whatever you're achieving in life, right? Whatever you're working on, whether it's something at school, at work, career, creative, relationship, family, anything, maybe it's a library. I feel like you kind of have to stand up and shout. You really have to exert yourself to get this thing going. And maybe it's just like you kind of had to develop your voice, with these two cards, sometimes I get the feeling of like screaming, like maybe it's like a primal screaming, that you just have to let it out as loudly, as forcefully as you can. And then at the end, like when you're done, you just sort of calm down, you catch your breath, it gets quiet again, and you're just like, I don't know, maybe it's giving you this surge of power. It's giving you the recognition of your own authority, your own autonomy, your own agency. That nobody is here to sort of steer your ship for you. You're the captain, right? But I think that this was something that you sort of had to fight for in a way. And I don't know where that fight's sort of coming from, but I feel like it needed to be done, or it still does need to be done. So you got the love, you've got the connection, you got the commitment, you love this thing so much. Are you willing to fight for it? These two cards, the Two of Cups and the Two of Wands together, it says if this is you, if this is a reflection of you, this is sort of your essence out in the world as your love. Right? This is Venus, this is Cancer, this is very soft, very watery, very flexible, very yin energy. This is very yang energy. This is very solid, immovable, right? And it's kind of the best qualities of an emperor. The emperor has to have this absolute soft spot for the empire, right? But has to be firm and strong and ruthless in their approach to protecting that empire. And so I feel like this is that water energy that's back here. This is your sense of purpose, your destiny. This is why you're doing what you're doing. Yeah. And you're here to take charge. You are, I don't know what you're doing, but you're doing it right. Whatever you're doing it right. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. Don't be afraid to raise your voice when you need to. Yeah. And I'm not saying you're going to go around yelling at everybody. Again, I think your friends find you to be a very even person, very level-headed person. You're not prone to extremes. Maybe that's kind of the point here, because this is very extreme. And so maybe with the Four of Cups in the environment, this idea that your friends see you as they have respect for you, but maybe respect was the wrong word. Maybe people see you as being kind of not threatening. People see you as no one to really worry about. In other words, let's say coworkers even, they don't see you as somebody that they got to sort of look out for, because you're not going to take anybody's job, And so, but I feel like they're wrong in that way. I feel like your friends respect you because of your sincerity, because of your generosity, because of your love, because of who you are, those very good qualities of you. But I feel like on the other side of things, when it comes to this fire energy, maybe the work stuff or whatever, whatever else it is that you're doing here, I feel like maybe you sort of have to, demand the respect in a way. Yeah, my wife, she does tea leaf readings over at Ula Tea Leaf Readings on YouTube here. She's telling me about this thing that, honestly, I don't know, silly. I've never heard of it before. But she said there's something called non-playable characters. And I don't know where that thing, I mean, it's from video games, I guess, or movies too. But I kind of see that this is you not being a non-playable character. This is you being the lead actor in the show. You're the star of this thing. Okay? that you are in charge of your life, that you've got the lead role in whatever this is. Okay? And I think that this is time really where you shine. This is a time where you sort of are stepping up. And that's part of the emperor being underneath the surface too. We got to bring that emperor up front and center, you know? And that's kind of what this is. And maybe with these two, the Prince of Wands and the Ten of Wands, people kind of knowing that, we'll get Pisces to do it. You know, we got extra work. We're feeling overloaded. I'm gonna get Pisces to do it. That'll be fine. They'll take care of it because I've got two important things to do, right? And so maybe what we're doing is we're kind of standing up to that and we're saying, no, I'm not going to take all this extra work from everybody else. I've got my own sort of, my own narrative here, you know? And so while you are generous, you will stop what you're doing to help somebody else. Where's the point where you realize someone's taking advantage of you? Taking advantage of that generosity, okay? So I think this is really a time for you to be selfish, to not feel like you are obligated to always say yes to people when they need something from you. Can you write these reports over the weekend? I'm busy. No, I can't. Because Pisces, you've got things that you're accomplishing too. And so taking some of this energy, we're moving into the Nine of Pentacles. That's you living your best life. This is you really, you're really the star of the show here. Okay, and this is you achieving whatever the goal is, whatever your purpose is. We're reaching that milestone, and this is gain. There's a financial component to it. Okay, this is you having or generating all the resources that you need right now. It's almost as if you've been helping other people, and that's fine. And I think you're sort of standing up to that. You're creating some boundaries. But now with the Nine of Pentacles, this is you sort of refusing any help from anybody else. That somebody else maybe now, one of these same people that says, can I help you with what you're doing? And you're saying, no, I got this, you know? And so there's that's an interesting dynamic to me, you know? And so anyway, I feel that this is a self-sufficiency. I feel that this is you having all the resources that you need. You don't want anybody else to help with the groceries. Maybe you've been helping everybody else with their groceries, their metaphoric groceries. And now you're doing your groceries and you're not going to ask for help. You don't want help from those people, right? Those people that took advantage of you, because maybe then they help you and now they're going to sort of assume that you're obligated to them. But it doesn't feel like it's a one-on-one, like a fair thing, right? It feels like they're going to help you take a bag of groceries. Now you owe them, right? No, you don't owe anybody. You're doing this, I think, you're doing this pretty much on your own. Now, I do feel a connection with, I don't know, somewhere in Europe, I feel kind of like the Bulgaria area. I don't know if you have if you have people there, or if there's some connection there with Bulgaria. I don't know what you're doing. I think that there might be some travel involved in your life coming up soon. With the Nine of Pentacles, a lot of options are opening up. A lot of different things. If there is no connection with that part of Europe or Bulgaria specifically, make a plan. You know, go travel somewhere. If the opportunity comes up for you to travel, do it. If you get the idea, if you get the impulse that you want to travel somewhere, get on a plane, get on a boat, go do it. Okay? We're going to move over to the path of the serpent now, and as we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything, and it really does help out the channel, and I appreciate that. So let's talk about our general energy. Three of Cups, I think this really is that celebration. These two cards together, yeah, go travel, go take a pleasure cruise, right? Go treat yourself to something, buy yourself something nice, take yourself out to dinner, right? I think there are going to be other people that are going to be celebrating, or people that want to celebrate with you. Now, you've got to be very discerning on your own here with what this is for you. This is people that are sort of the fair weather friends, right? They see you're succeeding and they kind of want to get in on that, you know? So just be aware. The one thing we don't have in the reading today is a lot of air energy. So I feel that I feel that we need a little bit of discernment when it comes to the other people around, or those people that are going to come around when you achieve success. When things are good, you know, when you're balling out, is that when people call you up and say, hey, let's go hang out, you know? Maybe expecting you to be as generous with your energy, or as generous with your money as you are with your time and your energy, right? And so we have these two cards together kind of are showing to be careful. You know, if people are asking you for money or expecting you to foot the bill for everything, just be aware of that. Doesn't mean you have to say no every time, but just be aware of how often that's happening, right? And don't let it deplete you. Okay? But the Three of Cups, yeah, you're going to have a reason to celebrate. This is a really big win for you. So enjoy it. Enjoy it safely. Enjoy it with, you know, a reverence and an honor and a respect for your accomplishments and for yourself. It's a very good time to buy something nice for yourself. Okay, I think it really, really is. And you know, and I think that maybe there's even a kind of a recognition taking place here. If it's something creative, or it's at work, or if it's in the family or whatever, like, you know, the people that matter are going to notice. The people that you really care about, the quality people around you, will be there to celebrate with you. Okay. I think so will be some of these other people, but you'll see them coming. I think it's important that you start writing in a journal, even maybe a gratitude journal. Yeah, there's not a lot of air here. I feel like you got to start writing stuff down. You know, I think it's a good idea. The Four of Cups in the position of the environment, it is sort of that level. It's sort of a non-emotional relationship with people. I know it's water energy, but it's very steady. It's sort of like the clear water. It's allowing you to steady your emotions so that you can see your relationships for what they really are. Yeah, still water, you can see the bottom. You can see the depth to them, or how shallow they are, you know? But if you're caught up in the emotions and the excitement and all the celebration, it's going to be difficult for you to see people's true motives and their true intentions and their true depth, if they have any, right? So be aware of that. Be cautious with that. Don't get so excited by having a lot of friends. I feel like you're going to be suddenly very popular, you know? Don't get so caught up in that you lose your discernment, you lose your ability to see people for what they are. Okay? So stay a little bit detached from all of that, all of the feelings of that popularity. And don't let yourself get carried away, because what we have to still continue to do is ask the question, who am I? So if your emotions are all churned up, right? If we had, you know, like a 5 of cups or something, then the waters would get sort of cloudy. We'd stir up a lot of sediment, right? And we wouldn't really be able to see so well, who am I? Okay? So get excited, celebrate, allow it to, have fun, but then, remain a little bit aloof and let the water settle so that we can see sort of who we are and what's coming next. These are the cards that ask, who am I? Why am I here? And this is the difficulty now. And it's difficult because the waters are getting stirred up. 3 plus a 4, we got a 7. It's kind of a, there's some movement going on, right? We can't always see the bottom of the pool when there's a lot of waves and a lot of stuff's getting stirred up. So allow things to settle a little bit and begin doing that internal work, because the star card, there's 2 phases to the star card. The first phase is the light entering your soul and illuminating where your buttons are, illuminating where your knots are, where where your tension is being held, right, energetically, where the blockages are. So it tells us where we need to do our work, our internal, spiritual work, self-development work. You weren't done, right? That work is never done. And as soon as we sort of clear out a blockage and the light fills us up, the light starts to spill out onto the sidewalk, you know? And it's sort of showing when we're following that stream of water and that stream of light, you know? And that's sort of our path. We know where to go. It's like a flashlight that slowly gets brighter and brighter and brighter and gets further. Maybe it gets more narrow, more like concentrated, more refined. And it gains power and it starts showing us further into the distance. Starts out as maybe just a little tiny like pocket flashlight. But pretty soon you got like a big mag light, you know, that's showing you, 500 yards, downfield in a very narrow band. Okay? And that's sort of where we get the vision of the future here with the Knight of Pentacles. This is the vision of the future. This is you now. This is you looking with that flashlight and seeing what's down the road, seeing the next marker, the next milestone, the next camp, right? Whether it's a month, a year, 5, 10 years down the road, you can see it. And now that you can see it, now we work our way backwards and we get we sort of reverse engineer it and we understand how to get there. We can create the plan. But first we need the vision. First we've got to have the vision of where we want to go, and whether we're looking at sort of 10 years down the road or we're kind of looking just this week, right? Then we can make the plan. I think the mystery card will be some air energy. I would like it to be a 6 of Swords, but you never know. A 6 of Swords would show that the Knight of Pentacles has the vision of the future. Basically, he's looking. The Knight of Pentacles is looking at the 10. Okay, so he's kind of like looking at what comes next after this, looking at the 10, and then we can start constructing the plan, making plans to get from 9 to 10. And that's the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords would be the blueprint. It would be your itinerary, your plan, step by step, your MapQuest directions, right? So I'm thinking it's either going to be the 10 of Pentacles that you're looking at, or it's going to be that 6 of Swords showing the path to get there. All right. Let's see what we have. It's a 10 of Pentacles. This is your best life. This is the next sort of milestone. And it's this process of going 9 to 10. And then once you get there, you realize that it's really just a 9. And then you have that vision. What's next? Who am I and where am I going? Okay, I see it. I'm going to make the plan. And I'm going to go and I'm going to get there. And then we realize that, all right, what's next? So you're not, it's sort of like by accomplishing something, we have the idea that, oh, I'm done. I can rest. There's nothing more to do. Well, that's death, all right? I mean, that's literal like soul death, You've got all of this fiery energy, all of this love, all of this creativity in you, all of this awareness, all of this life. So the work never really ends. You may accomplish something, and it's perfect, it's satisfying, you love it, you enjoy it, you celebrate it, and then we say, okay, now what do I want to do? Now what does Spirit show me is next for me? Now where am I going? Okay, so really that's progress in life, 9 to 10, 9 to 10. It's like the final goalpost keeps moving out and out and out and out. It doesn't mean that you're never accomplishing anything. No, indeed, it means you're accomplishing a lot. But it's never the last thing. Yeah. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, there is a link up top. There's one down below, new readings for Pisces Thursday and Sunday. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, does not cost anything. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.